Pyeongchang, South Korea. The Russian athlete who won a bronze medal in curling at the Winter Olympics has traveled to the South Korean capital, Seoul, to await the results of a second drug test and will depart the country should his failed test be confirmed. Alexander Krushelnitskiy's failed preliminary doping test puts in jeopardy his medal and Russia's efforts to move past a vast state-backed cheating scheme that left it nominally barred from the Games. Krushelnitskiy competed in mixed doubles curling with his wife. He is the first athlete from Russia to come under investigation for using a banned substance in Pyeongchang. Traces of meldonium, a heart medicine that increases blood flow and has been banned from most sports since 2016, were found in a routine urine sample. A second test will be conducted to confirm the finding, according to a statement from an organization representing Olympic athletes from Russia. The designation given to more than 160 Russian athletes who had been cleared to compete at the Games under that name. Just one other athlete, the Japanese short-track speed skater Kei Sato, has failed a doping test at these Games. He tested positive for the masking agent acetazolamide in an out-of-competition doping test on the day of his arrival. Representatives of Olympic athletes from Russia confirmed one of their athletes was under investigation, and an official with knowledge of the case but who was not authorized to publicly speak about it confirmed it was Krushelnitskiy. The timing could not be worse for Russia. The nation was barred from the Olympics in December after an investigation into a state-backed doping program that corrupted the 2014 Olympics it hosted in Sochi. Scores of athletes, coaches and officials tainted by the scandal have been barred, though the International Olympic Committee has been considering allowing the Russian athletes to march under their national flag and in their country's uniforms for the closing ceremony, which they were not permitted to do during the opening ceremony. The Olympic anthem will be played instead of Russia's national anthem for any winners of gold medals, although no Russians have won so far. The failed test is likely to figure in the thinking of the three-person IOC panel charged with deciding whether Russia's team could be reinstated for the closing ceremony and its athletes allowed to parade with the Russian flag. The panel is also closely monitoring the reaction from Russian officials to the failed test. Should they dispute the verdict or make critical comments, it would be practically impossible to restore the Russian team before the end of the Games, said a person familiar with the group's thinking. Complicating matters further is Russia's continued failure to pay a $15 million fine levied by the IOC as a response to the doping scheme. The fine is non-negotiable. The Russians allowed to participate in South Korea were subjected to what Olympics officials described as a rigorous testing regimen, and have found themselves under scrutiny from testers as the event has progressed. On the one hand, it is extremely disappointing when prohibited substances might have been used, but on the other hand it shows the effectiveness of the anti-doping system at the Games, which protects the rights of all the clean athletes, the International Olympic Committee said in a statement Sunday. Meldonium caused confusion among Russian athletes when it was added to the list of banned substances by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Scores of athletes, including the five-time Grand Slam tennis champion Maria Sharapova, tested positive for it. The anti-doping agency eventually ruled that more research was required to understand how long the substance, known as mildronate in Russia, remained in the system, as some athletes claimed they had consumed it before the ban had come into force. Experts have said it is possible that trace amounts of the substance would still be detectable for a few months after an athlete stopped taking it, but it is unlikely it would still be present if an athlete stopped taking the drug before the ban went into effect in January 2016. Eastern European scientists have promoted meldonium's health benefits, saying it increases blood flow. Increased blood flow also provides more oxygen to muscles and could increase endurance. While curling is far from cross-country skiing in terms of exertion, curlers spend hours on their feet and vigorously sweep the ice at regular intervals. Many of the athletes involved, though not Sharapova, eventually had their suspensions lifted because it was not clear when they had taken the substance. Krushelnyskaya was part of the mixed doubles team that won a bronze medal last week, a rare bright spot for the depleted Russian Olympic squad, which has struggled without some of its top stars. In the curling event, he appeared to do most of the pair's sweeping. They defeated Kristin Skasland and Magnus Nedregotten of Norway in the bronze medal match, 8-4. The Russian team actually had a chance to win its semi-final against Switzerland, but Krushelnyskaya overshot a target on his final shot of the match, and Switzerland advanced to the final, where it was defeated by Canada.